kulu nititashamba nario bangabya bulambu hanu mamashaba kukoba tutashamba tulokona kusikuwena abo mushya makola kuti utuhe tukakusaba utuhya maezi wangatokirikulia bana abakulu bamalamu babwangane natitashamba twangahumulikana kuba byabihakera abatata bakina balere nalyalenja bali kumikairi tutahano bulambu buno abasokulu bobulambu bwetwa baba bakakolera mu mibiri tonga babiri leto mibiri yabikushya litwa bana balere kundoka abashakulu bakatubere bakabuambu bwana amatusala mwangu kukenene tubalere nabasokulu bakabwana akana iko mujungu narusha ekinyarwanzoro unitwa binyetu esanzoro sika kuma musiku esanzoro balangerisha mari yenya sikipeka bwambekere moja mahika tuli mebyali jamana lisiaje yamabye.
Because of the melting glaciers, but also because of unpredictable rainfall, we found there's a lot of flooding in 2018 and 2019. Their belief system is greatly at risk. And we felt it's important not only to try and retrieve what is left, but also raise awareness about the intangible cultural heritage attached to some of these sites.
Abasangwe babiri bobuhunga kwamoko kolushi ebintu muri asenda binene nerolushi bamabitwaleka bune
hanu habi shandekere neryo ekyenyi kimusikuza kyamaleta mabu kyamaleta shangwangwa neryo shamasa shama bibyo shandekere sheteshe byahanu neryo shamahwaho.
As someone born here in Rwenzori, I was surprised. We have so many cultural sites around us and people really respect them. We ask the people to work with us to see, first of all, how we can map, document and make these sites known. Places of sacrifice, places of prayer. We were able to identify about 50 cultural sites, but most of them have been affected by the floods.
Our business is to care for heritage and make sure that it's safe, it's preserved, it's well known. So on the one hand, you have conservationists who are interested in biodiversity and climate change, global warming, concepts which are very foreign. And on the other hand, for different reasons, a community is contributing to those objectives by caring about their forests and making sure the water bodies are clean and they're not contaminated, because water is also considered sacred.
Alukaro musula na bitsa na ukukasanda ya. Tukaseba sanga nitwa hano. Han.
Obishiru telwa boga. Kali atuwetreho. Amatseba mukaga.
Ado hiyo mwaso. Kuma banenye nganale bya no mundu ile lyo vere. Nganale bya no mundu ile lyo chikuba. Nganale bya mundu ile re beronda. Nganale bya mundu eyukire maburi. Erinya byenda yetu.
Cross-Cultural Foundation of Uganda is trying to work with the cultural leaders and the elders within the community to make sure that we use cultural knowledge to see how we mitigate the effects of climate. They told us that there are special types of vegetation that you can plant near the river. they can be planted by the spiritual leaders. And when the river floods again, it doesn't go beyond that kind of vegetation.
Before Christianity, many communities believed that the ancestral spirits resided in the forest.
Abandu abakuru bakuru na balere balere okwa muwasu owemenye iringeyi.
The threat to heritage from climate change, it is a global phenomenon. I think the power of this project was to be able to look at both countries, very different countries, very far apart. I'm very fortunate to be the general manager for a World Heritage Site that has all sorts of protections and statutory designations. What the Ugandans helped us do was think about what was important to our community, not only the sort of grand Fountains Abbey, and a little example from the town just down the road from us called the Fairy Step. And those steps were converted during the First World War so that they could move tanks up the steps out of the river. They have no designation, they have no statutory protection, but taking that memory back to the First World War is really important for the community. So what we did was we adjusted our project, and that will protect that community value for the future. What we're doing is working at a landscape scale and working with the community, particularly our farming community, to do much more softer interventions, to slow the flow of the river, stop the erosion of silt and soil. And we found that is much more cost effective, but also is a way of spreading the message about climate change, that it is happening and it has an impact on the places that people love.
Most of these trees were underwater.
Yes, actually water was around this area from that spot. For us, it was a matter of doing it like we are serving our people. Even people who are fishing here, when they look at what we are doing, they feel that something more is being done for them. Something small can do something big. This is my belief.
We have piled just stones which we have picked from the neighborhood, so it still allows the river to continue with this natural flow. This is quite a new concept to us that we learned about during our interaction with Fountain Abbey. We've also been able to train the communities in terms of flood management. The communities have defined ways that they want to run these sites and manage them sustainably.
Aya isadi mamua manaka yangston kani ngwati mo pinya gicheke pinya gibegi nene wange ngo from epong ana winju magoro keto babedo ka chwalo yak mamua wacho juma kene mabima ko chingwa gin muketo giluonge Wang-Lei bedo pokre pa nyipir ko nyabongo lei magi keti kingi magi tongi kingi kuom echo bedo nia jopanyipir ka unu bi ai kuyo tungre to chieng ubi loko duogo po duoko lweny
Fomo kun na unjire dio tin makine ni kabere matontong oruoge chako chido kecha gilego lega matontong kokonyo aniang maber makwe enike political significance any
what is suru matontong hipokrima na kecha mirario Wang-Lei any for historic reason ediko wasu ne okonyo yo megi spiritual e chalo lega ka una winjo ne akaji tungwange maleng rech makre mapol leito dano ko tui
ya pada su
Pong papier godo ginde say nobody got legene you got Rwenzori kado ukimere in country ngajambia iselebele yaselema ino
ibango ngenia pa pecha tie endo kot maduong de samo ko meru ko pecha
owacho niya ipedi kukwach kwach ne de ene eni lembe sisheke makwach bimiyo malembe sisheke ini per kunyabongo gishoyo ginam gishoyo gitung podishe eni kodi mwa luo wanyai kodi de neni gitie jopanyabongo de gitie jopanyipir de tie eyo gitie weng Gimaro.
We are proud to be part of this heritage. It makes us feel excited. Even generations to come will come and see this and they will know this is where Alur started.
Awinjo.
The government actually is responsible for caring for both natural and man-made heritage. More needs to be done to make sure that the spaces that are affected by climate change are understood by communities but are also protected by the government.
Vanemulengesia eriheremet vanemulengesia eritendete matema eyo emeti eyini okwachisharara nerisisyalengesia eriheraho ebindi bithi ngemirongi ebikalenda echisharara eritendenda chibiri
ikadi kindwa ni kumpimo ai Rwenzori wande wamade pimo ai kakae eribo kindwa weng ana winjire maber kadano shokre